Well, after 2,000 miles of driving, we are officially back home right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, having time with family, visiting, figuring out the next part of the journey ahead.
Touching up some paint jobs on the bus.
Yeah, doing a lot of bus improvements right now. I think I'm going to stick with the conversion series for a bit because I'd really like to get the series to completion. I mean, to have every single build day of the conversion completed on our channel has been a big undertaking for me. And I think a lot of you are benefiting from seeing the process. And I know a lot of you are finding our channel because you're currently doing your own builds.
So enjoy.
All right, bye. Do all the things below.
Hello, good morning. We're getting ready to leave the apartment. Cole looks like he's going on some sort of expedition.
I am. It's called life.
Oh, shoot. Here's our apartment. It's looking like a disaster right now. This is all stuff we're selling, which is pretty good.
Sorry, you can't buy it.
And like 2 of those boxes are keepsake stuff that we're keeping, and that one, the big one's empty. Then the smaller ones are stuff that's going on the bus. We're not done packing for stuff that needs to be moved to the bus, but slowly bringing stuff out there, make it a little easier on ourselves.
I think we're doing really good.
We got our flooring last night from Menards. It's a floating vinyl plank, and they're good for temperatures from -20 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So they shouldn't like warp too much, so that'll be nice. We also found these wood bricks for $2 for this giant pack, which is pretty cool. So you want to talk about what we want to get done today real quick, even though we never really know what we're going to get done in a day?
Yeah, I don't want to, just because of that. Every time I think I'm going to do something during the day, I end up getting pissed that we don't do it. So I'm just like not even going to have expectations anymore.
Yeah.
Come out.
It's also hard to know how long stuff takes. Like, I've just been like varnishing shit for like the last 100 days, I feel like, that we've been out here, and I haven't been able to put any of it together, so.
Monica and I both are getting a little anxious about the bus warming party in less than 2 weeks, where we're going to be showing off the bus to all of our friends and family. So we obviously want to have as close to a finished product as possible. And we're also officially moving out of our apartment at the end of the month. I've said this stuff before, but it's just reality is really setting in that we need to work as much as possible to get this done. And there just doesn't seem to be enough time for everything right now.
No, there definitely doesn't, especially like with the commute. So we're gonna have to like stay out here another night during this week probably, just to like knock some stuff out. And then we have a garage sale on Saturday, and bingo tonight.
Bingo! We are doing bingo. I don't give a shit.
Hi.
Wow, you sure know how to get work done.
Got lots of stuffs in here.
Trying.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's one way you can do it to get it all started. But you're going to have to make damn sure that you don't let this thing start walking away that way.
Yeah.
Have you used that yet?
Nope.
Do you want me to do it since I have a little bit more time under my belt, or do you want to do it?
Do it.
It floats very easily.
Okay. There's a ton of glue.
There's just a staple there. That one's pretty loose. Now, Yeah, just wiggle it out. Nice. I think it's the right
it's
side.
This side, yeah.
Here's the Dremel. Scalpel. I'd fit it in there first. There you go.
Ugh.
Hey.
Yes, it is.
That's fine. Flash your dad about that.
Yeah. Well,
We
we might just be able to use
to chip it out.
Yeah.
Wow, look at her tooling.
Listen, I'm basically Jim, so.
I'm basically Jim. You're half of his DNA.
Yeah. Okay, that's not all the way through.
Pliers. Jim's
Our
gonna
boss
be so
might
proud.
be impressed with us.
I think you will. Let's see if it fits though.
Yeah, that's true. Like a glove.
Nice. Oh no.
I knew it was
Oh,
too
no.
close. Oh shit! Is the cutter?
This is the bandsaw. These little metal shards make it a little tangly. I'll hang it up so. Jim didn't approve of my poor technique.
So have you sized your screws?
No.
Okay. You're probably, what you're going to want to do, see how that one's a little bit countersunk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll go in there and we'll look for some screws that fit this, because you're going to have to countersink that just a little bit so that your screw ends up flush with this.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's going to get in the way of your bracket. Like if you were right there on the hole. See, that it's imperative that that is going to be flush.
Sometimes I forget that Cole's a lefty, and I'm like, you're doing it wrong. And what's the point of using that screw versus anything else?
There isn't. Apparently, these have a little bit harder time of stripping. So with the Phillips heads being 4, those strip more often.
Yeah.
These have 6. And so it's kind of a newer screw. Jim was telling me. That's the only reason why I know this.
Gotcha. Nice. It's on there. To go all the way through that, or
A little bit.
trying to see it. Yeah, I can kind of see. go in there. A little snug. It's all good. Ooh, careful.
That's exactly what Jim and I talked about. These holes were like just almost too big. And I shot the screw right through the fucking goddamn hole.
So, Cole's been inside for a while. I don't really know what he's doing, and I'm not sure if I should get in the way in there or not. So, I'm just waiting here in my little safe space.
So, Jim doesn't have many of these torque screws. So, I found a larger one with a bit larger of a head that should go ahead and fit into place, but I had to cut it off in order for it not to hit the window on the other side. Bam! I'll tell you what, this man's handy as fuck.
Feel good?
This is pretty good.
Okay.
This isn't bad either, actually. And there's still plenty of room.
Yeah. Sweet.
And like, it's kind of cool because if we want it higher for whatever, we can do that too.
Yeah.
And it's cool that you can go low.
Yeah.
Just depends on what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah. This is decent. I could probably go down one more.
How's that?
That's perfect. That feels really good.
So this is the drop leaf that Monica made, which is going to be awesome for additional like space when it comes to in the kitchen area. And we want to make it so it locks and hinges underneath. And right now what we're discussing is as is, when the table's just in position, it won't be able to do that. It needs like another inch off.
Yeah, because we ended up hanging the table from a lower point than I think we originally thought we would.
So what we're thinking of is that there's a little bit of wiggle room to unhinge it, and I think that's going to be enough if we just tilt. We can then
if someone's just
it,
like, hey, we need to put the leaf up, so we
and
lift
then
it
lock
and tuck
it into
under.
place. I think that'll work, babe.
I think it'll be fine. Yeah, that doesn't.
Just making sure it didn't ruin any regular routines.
Yeah.
Just you have to be so delicate because like trying to feel like how it would feel like when everything's in place, but like we're on a fucking slant. This isn't attached. This isn't attached. Like I don't feel like this is unlivable by any means. You know, I'm just gonna be closer.
Yeah, I think you're gonna want another inch or two for sure.
I mean, I want an inch or two off of my waist.
Well, that's doable also.
You're definitely going to want to make sure you get some good screws in these long ones at the back.
Yeah.
That's where it's all going to be.
The weight.
That's where it's going to be trying to pull it out of there.
Do you think we should should I pilot another hole pretty close there then?
Well, you could pilot another hole, but the big thing is going to be to get as close to the top of this without penetrating
because
it.
the first hole is 4 inches from the end of the bracket.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get one like
closer,
halfway between there and the edge of the bracket.
Okay.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. Well, let's think about it. What?
I mean, really, the only thing I'm contemplating is if the back should be moved or not. That's the only thing we're contemplating, right?
Which in turn gives you a little more ass room and a little more belly room.
Yeah, and like the ass room was something I was already complaining about.
Yeah. Well, let's do that then.
Yeah, let's do that.
There you go. So Cole's popping off the back like brackets that were keeping the resting place for the seat cushion.
That was like the longest sentence you could
It
form
was. Just fuck.
for that. Just fuck.
Cole's moving those things.
Perfect.
We're gonna back him up about an inch or so he has a little bit more space. Right, we made new those things. Made new things. Bumped them back an inch. Cole's getting them in there, and then we're gonna test out the seat, and then work on our table. Brought the table inside for a safe place, so.
I already feel like this is better though.
Okay.
I mean, it had to be only an inch that we moved that back, but
It was only an inch, yeah.
I know I'm coming off a little bit anal about this whole dinette situation, but I know the more critical thinking that at least I do going into this, the more enjoyable the long route is going to be. We can always make changes along the way, but...
So that's pretty much exactly 7 inches. And so is that. Holy shit. That's like... It literally does not get more perfect than where we have it right now.
Okay.
So, don't budge it!
Well, I don't know why, but moving it back that inch, like, helped
Yeah.
a whole bunch.
Well, you're able to scoot your butt back a little bit more, so...
Yeah, which is what I wanted to do anyways.
Perfect.
This dinette is looking fleek. Okay.
Alright. We good?
I think so.
Alright, so I'll just trace the lines as they are.
Yeah, I just take a
brackets as they
pencil
are.
and I just go along it as
Yeah.
close as possible to the outside of the bracket. Because that can't be any more off than what...
So we're drilling a couple extra holes in these brackets because most of the weight from the table is going to be towards the back end of this, so make sure it's on there nice and sturdy. Holy good juju. Haven't you ever heard of it?
My aunt's Jewish.
We need a Jew.
I finished drilling the holes. Monica is getting crazy amount of different screws.
Yep.
It seems like the back one, we just decided... What's going on with that little guy? The second to last one there.
That little guy?
Which one? This one?
This one.
These are the same length. But since it
Jim
goes
wasn't
down,
concerned about the length of that screw.
No, I checked it on here. This is the thickness of the table. Like, it'll be close, but it should be good.
Well, how do we not want to do? Why not do this one? That it wouldn't be going in as thick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's fine. If Jim says it's fine, I'll trust him.
Trust me.
He's learned a couple things over the last few years.
Cole's got trust issues if you haven't
He
realized
does.
that yet.
I've picked up on that.
It's just,
How do I have trust issues?
You should.
you don't even
That's a
trust
joke,
us
right?
that you have trust issues.
Yep. Now I get the end one.
Okay.
Okay. Feeling funky.
It's nice when you do something. You know?
He's square tip.
Sure do.
This is the first square tip screw we're using on this whole entire build. Fun fact
Pure necessity.
for all you true bus
Here's a fun
lifers.
fact, Cole. Come on over here and move these screws over there because I use this table saw.
Okay. Do these need to be like away from each other in any way? Like, should there be a gap between the boards at all?
No, I would keep these.
Keep it tight.
Keep it tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
So I would start that way, do, and then when you get over to here, you may have to clamp this down.
Yeah.
okay.
Hopefully these hinges will help hold.
Just start on one side first.
Yeah.
Okay. So we went with these because they allowed us to get deeper into the wood. We were looking at piano hinges originally, but we couldn't find a 2-inch piano hinge locally. This gives us a little bit more wood to play with. So tell the people what happened.
These are too fat,
Try to close it.
so it won't close all the way.
Get stuck there.
Yeah. So I'll run and get some more screws.
It's so frustrating when stupid shit like that happens. Yikes. Monica ran to the hardware store, thankfully, because I didn't have a mental capacity to be able to do so. But the issue was our screws were not flat, and the screws that we got now are flat. And how we went about doing that is with a countersink. So what you're able to do, because we didn't vlog it, is with wherever that screw hole was, with your countersink, you can go ahead and pilot a hole that's the diameter of the head of your screw. And so then you can go ahead and take that screw and make it sit flat. Kind of. So that
crooked, but
that way the screw heads didn't get in our way. That's what saved us here.
That works.
I think we're gonna screw these too. We're not gonna do these. Like we're gonna screw them, not screw them.
Okay, we're gonna forget about them.
We're gonna forget about them.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The moment of truths. So you kind of gotta lift it, right, to set the hooks in. Is that it?
Oh.
What's happening?
Great question. It's a little off, but I'm trying to get them to. It's not going on. This isn't catching right, correct?
Right.
I'm not even seeing this going in though when you're trying to do that. And I don't see the reason why it's not even going. It's like it's too far out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not understanding.
Right.
It's like these weren't drilled straight, the lines or something. So that's in and this is in.
Yeah, that one will go in.
And
And that'll go down.
All right, and the reason why is because the brackets are too close to the table. The table top needs to be moved out further.
We need
So
more of an
we
angle
need
to
be
get
able
drop
to
it
angle
down.
more. That's why there needs to be
It
more.
needs to move like barely any,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
So you know what
That's
this is going to be.
stupid.
Whatever this wasn't off the wall is how far that's going to end up sticking out. I bet you. I bet that table's going to be that far away from that wall by the time it's all said and done. Your brackets will be smooth.
Which is
Yeah.
fine because I'm okay with that, but that clearly is the issue. Is that
Yeah, the angle
the
of it
angle
getting in
doesn't
there
allow
is
it
the
to
problem.
drop in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
We've got to undo both the brackets underneath, move it like a 1/2 inch again, and then re-screw them in past that. For the record, do not put your drop leaf on until you've tested to make sure the tabletop inserts, because this is a pain in the ass right now. Any last words?
Dear Lord, please make this work.
So we have the tiniest person underneath.
Hi.
Monica's the short one. So she's underneath putting on screws on the brackets.
Did those long ones? Where am I?
Cole's got the death grip on it upstairs so that it...
Very cool. Wait a minute.
What is going on?
I'm just nervous about. Yeah, I had 2 long ones.
Or what? What are?
I had my order here, and then I grabbed. Yeah, that's fine.
That's a long one.
Yeah.
Looking good, guys.
If this doesn't work, I may burn down the bus. May happen.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that bad.
You never know.
All right. All right.
Is it the last one?
Yes.
All right, get out of here.
Okay.
I was just trying to.
Working.
Holy fuck.
Can't believe it took us that long.
I do. I fucking believe it.
Thankfully, my dad's helping us tomorrow. We need to make good use of him because we obviously need help.
I feel like I don't know. I mean, I feel like Jim was going to make a few of the same mistakes we did too, regardless, because he was giving us some coaching tips along the way. I just think this is one of those things that's like just fuckery, you know? Like
Yeah,
there's a lot of
I
things that can go wrong within doing this.
Yeah, like if you see how far away, like how much space we had to give this, we could have gone with a little bit less space, but like ultimately you have to be able to lift it up to angle it in, and we couldn't.
But it makes it a lot easier, that inch.
Thanks for being my buddy today, even though you were kind of crabby.
You're crabby.
Sir?
You're crabby. Yours broke, babe.
Oh no! Our love is broken!
Our love is our Best Buy name tags.
We fell in love. Yeah, side note, guys. We haven't told you yet, but we met at Best Buy, so we both kept our name tags from Best Buy, and they're now in the bus. Just couldn't get rid of them. That'll probably be one of those things that we like hold on to forever, I think.
Yeah, you just use it as Velcro for it. So, you haven't really talked about your varnishing. Do you want to tell people, like, what you do?
I've told them, but we
just
can talk
haven't
about
seen
it
it on the
again.
vlogs yet?
So this one I've coated 5 times already, and I think I'm going to do it another, like, 3 or 4 times. Just keeps looking better and better as we do it. In between each coat, it's taken about an entire day to dry, so I've only been able to do 1 coat a day. But in between the coats, it's just taking some 220 grit sandpaper and smoothing it out a little bit, and then swiping the next coat on there.
Yeah, between all of the, like, metal countersinking we did and moving around, we got some kind of chunkiness on this one.
Yeah,
so.
it's a little dusty, and each time that you do it, it gets more smooth. Like, this is feeling really nice right now.
Yeah.
Hey, we said we wanted to get the dinette done, and we did. The table.
We're really coming along, but we just have so many small things to get done, and we are definitely feeling the time crunch now.
Yeah, I felt really useless today because my dad wasn't really able to help us. Like, he was answering questions and stuff, but I don't know. I just feel like kind of lost when I'm like, I don't want to like screw something up. And
That's how it's going to be. He's got some client stuff that he needs to work on, which is totally understandable, and he's within an earshot distance if we really need him to look at something. So super grateful to have him around, but man, did we fuck up that dinette 9 times.
Yeah. We got it, but yeah, this is just like a reminder that if we were doing it with just the 2 of us, it probably would have taken us like a year and a half to get this far, so.
For sure. All right, more coming soon.
All right, see you next time.
Peace.